Amara was a bright young girl with dark skin, radiant eyes, and an endless curiosity for learning. Her parents had worked tirelessly to enroll her in a prestigious school, hoping she'd receive the best education possible. On her first day, Amara walked into the classroom with excitement and hope. But the moment her history teacher, Ms. Turner, glanced at her, she felt a chill. The teacher's gaze carried no warmth, only judgment. During the first lesson, Amara raised her hand eagerly to answer a question. Her voice was steady and confident as she started to speak. But before she could finish, Ms. Turner interrupted her sharply, saying, "Let's hear from someone else. You don't seem to understand the question." A ripple of suppressed laughter echoed through the classroom. Amara's cheeks burned with embarrassment, but she kept quiet. This was only the beginning. Over time, Ms. Turner's behavior became more dismissive and cutting. One day, during group work, she deliberately left Amara out. "It's probably better if you work alone," she said with a smirk. "That way, no one will be slowed down." Amara swallowed the lump in her throat and sat down at her desk, alone. Her fingers trembled as she picked up her pencil, but she refused to cry. Another time, during a map activity, Ms. Turner publicly criticized Amara. She held up Amara's work and said to the class, "Here's an example of how not to do it." She pointed out every minor mistake with exaggerated disdain, while the other students chuckled. Amara sat quietly, staring at her desk, her heart sinking further with each word. That evening, Amara returned home, her usual bright demeanor dimmed. Her parents immediately noticed her sadness. "Amara, what's wrong?" her mother asked gently. Amara hesitated, but eventually poured out everything: the teacher's cutting remarks, the laughter of her classmates, and the loneliness she felt. Her mother hugged her tightly and said, "Amara, remember this. No one's judgment can diminish your worth. You are brilliant and strong." Her father added, "Life will always have people who try to overshadow your light, but never let them succeed. Show them your strength, not with anger, but with determination." The next day, Ms. Turner assigned the class a major project, a presentation on a historical figure. Amara immediately chose Harriet Tubman. She admired Harriet's bravery and her relentless fight for freedom. Over the next several days, Amara worked tirelessly, researching, taking notes, and practicing her speech. Her parents encouraged her every step of the way, reminding her of the power of perseverance. On the day of the presentation, Amara stood in front of the class. She held her notes tightly, but looked up with confidence. Harriet Tubman was born a slave, but she chose to fight for her freedom and the freedom of hundreds of others. Her courage and resilience changed history, she said passionately. Her words flowed like a river, steady and powerful. The class listened in silence, captivated by her voice and the strength behind it. When Amara finished, the room erupted in applause. For a moment, she felt triumphant, but as she glanced at Ms. Turner, she saw the teacher's cold expression. "It was adequate," Ms. Turner said dismissively, her tone dripping with indifference. Yet Amara was unfazed. The applause from her classmates and the pride she felt in her own work outweighed the teacher's negativity. A few days later, a shocking revelation shook the school. Amara was not just another student. She was the daughter of the city's mayor. The news spread like wildfire. Teachers and students alike reevaluated their behavior toward her. Ms. Turner, on the other hand, faced scrutiny for her actions. The school administration launched an investigation into classroom practices, and Ms. Turner was sent to disciplinary training. Amara, despite everything, remained kind and gracious. She had learned that the best way to combat prejudice was to rise above it with dignity and strength. Meanwhile, Ms. Turner faced the consequences of her actions, a stark reminder that karma never forgets. Amara's story became a lesson for everyone. It wasn't just about overcoming prejudice, it was a testament to the power of resilience, kindness, and the inevitable justice of karma. Her courage inspired not only her classmates, but also anyone who heard her story.